Hello friends, this video on motion part 11 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So let us look at problem 1. A bus decreases its speed from 80 km per hour to 60 km per hour in 5 seconds. So that means initially, another convention which we will use while solving problems is that initial velocity will be represented by u. Initial velocity will be represented by u, final velocity will be represented by v, time will be represented by t, and acceleration will be represented by a. These are some of the representations which we will be using consistently everywhere. So here it says that the bus decreases its speed from 80 km per hour to 60 km per hour. That means initial velocity was 80 km per hour. Final velocity is 60 kilometers per hour. In how much time does it decrease this velocity? Time is 5 seconds. Right? Now we have to find out the acceleration of the bus. What is acceleration? Acceleration is nothing but change in velocity by time, that is dv by dt. So what is the change in velocity here? Final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. Correct? Now, this is given in seconds and these are given in kilometers per hour. So, let us convert these also in meter per second. So, for that what will we do? We will multiply it by 1000 divided by 60 into 60. This meter per second. Similarly, this can also be written as 60 into 1000 because 1 kilometer is 1000 meters divided by 1 hour is 60 minutes and 1 minute is 60 seconds. So, 60 into 60. So, this becomes equal to 60 minus 80 into 1000 divided by 60 into 60. This divided by t, time is 5. So this is minus 20 divided by 5 into 1000 divided by 60 into 60. So from this we get it as minus 1.12 meter per second square. So what does this negative sign indicate? This negative sign tells us that the velocity decreases with time. So that is why sometimes, so that means this is what? This is retardation, right? Because the velocity is decreasing with time. Since in this case acceleration comes out with a negative sign, so sometimes it is also known as negative acceleration, right? So the acceleration comes out to be minus 1.12 meter per second square. Let us look at the next problem. It says a train starting from a railway station and moving with uniform acceleration attains a speed of 40 km per hour in 10 minutes. So the train is starting from the railway station. That means initially the train is at rest, right? After some time it attains a speed of 40 km per hour. So this is my final velocity. How much time it takes to reach this speed? It takes a time of 10 minutes. Right? We have to calculate the acceleration. So now we can convert this time into hour. So this becomes 10 by 60 hour, that is 1 by 6 hour. So acceleration is change in velocity, that is v minus u by t. U is 0, so this is v by t. So this becomes 40 divided by 1 by 6, which is equal to 240 km per hour square. Now, if you want to convert it into meter per second square, you can do so. 240 into 1000 because 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters divided by hour square. 1 hour is 60 into 60 seconds. So, this square. So, this comes out to be 0.0185 meter per second square. So, this would be the acceleration of the train. Let us look at problem 3. It says, starting from a stationary position, Rahul paddles his bicycle to attain a velocity of 6 meter per second in 30 seconds. That means initially he was at rest, so u is equal to 0. After some time he attains a velocity of 6 meter per second. How much time he takes to do so? 30 seconds. Okay, fine. So this is the first part. Then he applies brakes such that the velocity of the bicycle comes down to 4 meter per second in the next 5 seconds. So in case 2, what does he do? In case 2, his final velocity becomes 4 meter per second. And what was his initial velocity? His initial velocity was 6 meter per second, because in the second case, he was already moving with a velocity of 6 meter per second, right? So this becomes his initial velocity, and then he applies brake, so his final velocity becomes 4 meter per second. And how much time he takes to do so? He takes 5 seconds. So we have to find out the acceleration in both these cases. So we will use the same formula. So here acceleration will be change in velocity by time taken, that is 6 minus 0 divided by 30. This comes out to be 1 by 5, which is equal to 0.2 meter per second square. So here acceleration is positive because the speed is increasing from 0 to 6. In this case, acceleration is v minus u divided by t, which is equal to 4 minus 6 divided by 5, which is equal to minus 0.4 meter per second square. So here the acceleration is negative because the speed is decreasing from 6 meter per second to 4 meter per second. Right? Okay, let us look at the last problem of this section again. The speed time graph for a car is shown in the figure. Find how far does the car travel in the first 4 seconds. So we have to calculate the total distance traveled by the car in the first 4 seconds. So which is the graph which is given here? It is given here as speed time graph. Now we have studied that from a velocity, if you have a velocity time graph, how do you get displacement? Area under the curve gives you displacement, right? Similarly, if you have a speed time graph, area under the curve will give you distance, right? Because the relationship of speed and distance is the same as the relationship between velocity and displacement, right? So here you have to calculate the total distance traveled in the first 4 seconds. First 4 seconds would mean till here. So that means the area under the curve up to first 4 seconds. So this would be the area under the curve for the first 4 seconds. These are my first 4 seconds. So area under this curve. So this is my shaded area which will display. So area of this shaded region would be the distance covered. So distance covered will be equal to area of, let me call this point as A and this point as B. Area of triangle OAB, even though it is not exactly a triangle, but it is somewhat similar to triangle. Because even if you draw a triangle, you are covering the most of the area. This is negligible, so we can consider it as the triangle. So area of a triangle is half into base into height. So what is base? Base is nothing but OB. Height is nothing but AB. So this will be equal to half into 4 into, what is AB? AB is nothing but 6. So this is equal to 12 meters. So 12 meters is the distance covered in the first 4 seconds. So we have shaded the area on the graph that represents the distance traveled by the car during this period. So we have already shaded that region. In the second part it says which part of the graph represents uniform motion of the car. So which part represents uniform motion? Uniform motion would mean that the car is moving with uniform speed. Uniform motion would mean the car is moving with a constant speed. The speed doesn't change with time. Now if you look at this graph, in the initial portion the speed increases with time, again it increases. But from this part onwards, if you see, the speed is constant with time. So uniform motion is represented by the portion AC. So I hope with the help of some of these problems which we have solved now, it would have become clear to you that how do we approach problems based on whatever theory we studied so far. So with this, I'll conclude my discussion on acceleration and also the graphical representation of motion. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.